Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long week and a half, but welcome back to the channel. We're currently on the way to our friend's house who has the new Tesla Model Y that I've not seen in person yet. I have not seen a Model Y in person yet at all. So let's go check that out. And just like that, we are in the cockpit of the Tesla Model Y. Overall, the interior looks exactly, if not identical, to a Tesla Model 3. Same basic dashboard design, the same massive screen sitting front and center, and the same seats, which we have white interior in this one, which makes me very nervous to sit on it or touch anything. And in order to activate this adult-sized RC car, you hover this key card right behind the cup holder area, and that gives you the ability to pop this thing into gear. And that is one crispy backup camera. So here we have it, the 2020 Tesla Model Y. This one is the dual motor. We have a little carbon fiber lip right here in the back, and the premium 21-inch wheels with the red calipers. So one thing Tesla caught on to is the fact that every Tesla owner blacks out all their chrome. So now this is a standard option. Having all your chrome blacked out is now a standard factory option. I really do like the rear diffuser on this thing. It's a lot lower than the Model 3. It really fills in that back end, gives it a very sporty look. So now we have Model S, we have Model 3, we have Model X, and we have Model Y. That does spell something. And moving on with the day. So now we're on our way to put in some work on the truck. We're about to wrap some more panels. We don't have the truck fully wrapped yet. I know I was supposed to have that done like forever and a day ago. Is this guy? Nope. Nope. Nope, definitely not gonna stop. Low fuel as usual, but we did pick up the essentials. We have the dark chocolate Milano cookies. We also have the dark chocolate nuts and sea salt kind bar. We are also staying hydrated, so we're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to pull the Ram into the shop and do a little color reveal. The truck is not done yet, but it will be very soon. We have a lot done so far. Good portion done. We are getting a lot done tonight, so without further ado, let's pull the truck inside and show you guys the new color. Satin Battleship Gray. This is the new wrap going on the entire body of the Ram. How sick is this color? The accent color in chrome rose gold. What? How sick is that? So we have the mirror caps done so far. I'm thinking of doing the Ram letters in the front, and then maybe the door handle inserts. So this area right here. It has officially been over a week, and we have essentially the exact same amount of wrap done on the truck that we had with the matte neon blue. We are lagging on this wrap a little bit, but we're gonna get a lot done today. Now, this is not my shop. I do not rent, nor do I own this shop space. I'm simply borrowing the workshop as a place to wrap my truck. Aside from that, you could say I'm going through a bit of a transitional period in my life. I'm also going through the process of moving very, very soon. The places I'm looking at all have a garage, 2 cars or bigger. We need a garage, we need a workshop, we need some place like this to work after hours or any time of the day that I feel like it, to do some projects in, to do wraps, to do window tint, which is coming very soon on the Ram on the windshield, just to do really anything. I'm turning my next garage into the workshop for the channel. It's gonna be amazing once I find a place to live that has a garage. Also, update on the Tahoe and update on the Civic Si. The Civic Si is more than likely getting sold in a very short period of time, and we are getting something else. The Civic Si is a really fun car to drive, but I'm looking for something with a little more power and rear wheel driven. I wanna go drifting. I wanna take it around the track and go drifting for real and learn how to get really good at drifting. So my next car, I'm gonna turn into a slider. As far as the Tahoe goes, I am on the prowl for a Tahoe still. I know it's been weeks. I look every day, every other day, and nothing is really popping up as of yet. It's gonna be a very patient process to find the right one because these aren't newer vehicles anymore. I'm looking for an older generation with a clean body, clean title, and relatively low mileage. And I want the Z71 with the 4-wheel drive package. It's really hard to find the one that I'm looking for. Patience is key. One day soon, we'll have our Tahoe lifted, wheels, tires, roof racks, lighting. It's gonna be fun. But anyways, I'd say it's time to go ahead and throw some more wrap on the Ram. We so far have the tailgate done. We have the driver's side bedside done, just like we did with the satin neon blue. My goal for today is to have the passenger side bedside done as well, effectively completing the entire bed minus the bumpers. That is the goal. It is getting later in the day, the sun is starting to set, but we do have lights. Time check, it is 6:15 p.m. So we'll see how we're doing on time, but that is the goal. So I'd say we get to it. Alright, so we have the inlays laid in. The reason why I did these two areas here in a separate piece of vinyl is mainly because we have this really hard natural body line right here. The wrap would have a really hard time laying into without the risk of it lifting up just because it's so sharp. So I'm doing the rest of the bedside in a separate piece, and I'll go ahead and lay the wrap on top of this wrap here. That way, if there's any rain or if we wash the truck, all of the water will go ahead and fall over and not against the wrap on the bottom there. So we'll go ahead and lay down this whole part of the bed side in one piece, and then we'll move on to this part right here. Generally, vinyl wrap rolls come in 5 feet. Unless you're ordering something like chrome, they come a little more narrow, but generally wrap is 5 feet by however long you order the roll, which is usually up to 75 feet. Bedside here, from the top of this piece of vinyl to the top of the bedside, is just under 2.5 feet. I was able to use the same roll of vinyl that I used on the driver's side bedside, cut in half, and I can now use that on the passenger side, which saves me a lot of money. From here to there is like 7 feet of wrap, so we're saving money today. And just like that. What? That looks sick. It really makes a difference having the fender flare wrap. Not having the fender flare versus having the fender flare is a major difference. But we have the whole bed done essentially. We just need to get to installing the driver's side fender flare, but first we have to wrap it. So as of right now, this is what we're working with. We have the entire passenger side done, tailgate and the left side of the bed minus the fender flare. What do you guys think? I think it looks sick. Now it is 1:05 in the morning. The reason why it does take so long is all of the fine tuning. There's a lot that goes into a wrap besides just laying it down on the panel. For one, post heat. Post heating is very important and sometimes very overlooked because you're not going to notice the issues that come with lack of post heat until sometimes a week or two later. Now, any areas that have had stretch, such as this area right here where I had to pull it to get a nice even stretch around this corner, is going to require a post heat to give that wrap a new memory. If we don't do that, we're going to get shrinking back here on the edges because wrap does have memory. It wants to go back to its original form and tension. Also, I did run some edge tape all the way through here behind the fender flare, in between the bedside and the fender flare, as well as the inside of here as well, just to reduce the amount of friction we have in between the panel here and the fender flare so we don't get anything rubbing off. So all the little details are what I focus on a lot, and that's what can take a very decent chunk of your time when laying down some wrap. Anyways, so it is completely dark outside, obviously, because it is, well, it's 2:10 in the morning. So we'll check back in on this tomorrow morning. Until then, and just like that, it is a brand new day. Welcome here to my spot. It is currently 91 degrees in the city of Irvine. Also, we are still very low on fuel. We should take care of that. Would you look at that though? How sick is that? Satin Battleship Gray. What do you guys think? I think it's so sick. Obviously, it would look a little better with the bumper done and of course the rest of the truck, but what do you guys think about replacing the chrome rose gold accent idea with chrome red? So chrome red mirror caps, we'll probably do chrome red Ram letters in the front here on the grill. Chrome rose gold or chrome red? Let me know in the comments below. We just hit 5,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. We're approaching 1 million views channel-wide. Calls for a celebration. I recently received a message from a fellow mate telling me they had an extra set of the exact same tires I have on this truck, the exact same size with about 40% tread. Now, what does that mean? That means I get to buy those for 200 bucks. We have a burner set. I have a nice pair of tires to literally go ham with. It's like full send, just full send them. I received a few DMs asking if I can see myself purchasing the new 2021 F-150 when they're up for grabs. I'm not a huge Ford truck guy. I've owned a Ford truck in the past. I love Ford trucks, but I don't think I can see myself owning one. But if you would have asked me 6 months before buying my new Ram, if I would buy myself a Ram in the future, I probably would have said no. I just bought the new Chevy Silverado. I love GM products. I love Chevys, GMC trucks. That is always what I had my eyes on before I was able to afford a new truck. Before I had a new truck, my goal was to purchase a new Chevy or a new GMC. It is pretty surprising to me how positive the feedback has been, considering we haven't seen one in the wild yet. Generally, the initial shock of a redesign, the reactions are pretty poor normally. I think that has a lot to do with, though, the fact that the body style has not changed too much. The main differences are the headlights and the taillights. Overall design is very similar to the previous generation. Obviously, they've added a lot of options and features, but overall body design is very similar to the body style before that. I am very anxious to see what those trucks look like with a lift on them, wheels, tires, just a wrap on them, something. Window tint even. So could I see myself buying one in the future? I don't know. It's possible. Now, I'll be doing a comparison video very soon on the 2020 Ram with the 2019 Silverado, as I have had both vehicles. But the main reason why I switched into the 2020 Ram is because that is all I have for you guys today. As always, hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys on the next one. Till then, peace out.